Hi, Jim Barron here, just to give you a preview. This year we have some fantastic new products and I'd like to just briefly showcase them to you now. You'll all be familiar with our Zero Grazer range. This is a GT120. On the back of the GT120, we've now added a fertilizer spreader for liquid nitrogen or liquid fertilizer. This machine, as you can see, is set up on the back. So when you're grazing, you're actually putting out your liquid nitrogen at the same time. There's huge advantages in this. The first one being, as you're cutting your grass, you're putting out your fertilizer. Traditionally, you would cut your grass and finish out a field before you'd get back with a granular fertilizer and spread it then. If you think about that, traditionally, if you were 6 days crossing a field, if you imagine day one, you're cutting a section right up to day 6, but you'll never fertilize your grass till your 6 days cutting is done, and then you'll do the whole field. But if you look at day one, is going to be 6 days older than what you're cutting currently. So you're losing dry matter from that grass. You're losing yield on a daily basis because you're not getting back in fast enough with your fertilizer. Your granular fertilizer has a dissolve time. So it would probably take about 3 days to dissolve your granular fertilizer, where your fertilizer in liquid form is instant. Another serious advantage is your liquid fertilizer is probably 15% cheaper than your granular fertilizer. So if you look at all of the advantages, you're cutting and spreading at the same time. Your rotation stays intact because you're doing each section as it should be done. Your return time to your field is 4 or 5 days faster because there's no dissolve time. Your cost of it is less, and of course you're doing away with complete pass with your tractor and fertilizer spreader. Another fact which is topical at all times currently is emissions are 70% less on a liquid fertilizer than a granular fertilizer. So that's here for you to have a look at. It's very, very simple. It's a 200-litre tank on the side, filled from the side. This tank will do maybe 7-8 acres in a single fill. The fertilizer spreader is geared that when you're coming out of the sward, there's a 5-second delay. So you're finishing out your area. When you're going into the sward, there's a 5-second delay. This can be fitted on all of the existing machines. And that's the way it's actually bracketed. In fact, this can be fitted on anyone's machine, whether we manufacture it or not. So we've designed it that we can work with anything that's out there in the line of Zero Grazers. The second review with you is the Super 6. It's got a 9-foot cool alpine mower designed in Austria to pick up lighter grasses and to be able to take shorter grasses in over the cutter bar. The machine is built to a very high standard, and as you can see, the framework, everything about it is super heavy. Reason for that, zero grazing, and we see it every day of the week, is growing at a rapid rate, but not everyone will want their own machine. So this is designed for contractors in particular. You know you have the reliability factor when you have a machine of this standard and this type. In fact, I brought one of these machines home last week and we cut 45 acres of silage in a single cut in about 10 or 11 hours, and that went straight into the silage pit. And as the year goes on, I'll give you the results, the analysis, dry matter, digestibility, protein and all that. To finish off the preview on this, I don't want to take any of the surprises away from you. You have to come and have a cup of tea and a sandwich. Take your time on the stand. There'll be plenty of people there to have a chat with. But if you look at the undercarriage of this, you're running 650s, steering bogies, just real quality stuff. On the rest of the stand, from pumps, from umbilical, from bobbins, yard scrapers, big and small, designed to go in over the top of towers, designed to go in through the side of the towers. In fact, we also have a tower, albeit a very small tower here today, but that is to give you an idea of exactly what we're offering. We have, coming down the road, a 70% grant for this, and inevitably you can see that there's a cover on this, and you know we're all faced with covering down these tanks in the very short term. We have the grazers, we have all of the slurry equipment, and we're trying to close the circle for our customers. And to do that, we have here manufactured ourselves a new grass seeder. It's 3 meters wide. It's run on discs, rollers. It has a lot of unique features, and our design team have spent a huge amount of time on this machine, making it farmer friendly and the best choice out there. We have a set of rams coming down onto this, and those rams keep the pressure on our discs in the ground, but they're designed that when you come to a stone or a height, that the oil in these rams are joined to the other rams, and it softens the blow when it's raising, but the pressure of the oil is turned back into that particular disc, and it levels off very quickly. So they're equalizing rams. We feature 2 tanks. One is a 3,500 gallon, a lazy arm, fully equipped, 13,500 litre on 650/50s and a 12 metre trailing chute. It's a super tank. You put the traps up on the top, so as the ball, when it comes out, it comes outside of the tank. So now you're getting all of your capacity that you paid for. 100 mil pipe work, 13,500 litre battioni. A lot of tremendous features on this. 650s, as say, steering axles. We have a 2750 tank, stepped axle, 10 stud, high speed, full commercial. Recessed, 800, 65R32 tires, again a 13,500 litre pump. Real quality. We want you to come to our stand over the next 3 days. There'll be improvements that you see that we can make in our products, and we'd welcome to sit down over a cup of tea and talk through that with you. We're here as a young company based in Borris, County Carlow. We have grown hugely in the range of products with your help. And what you see here is testament of the help that you have given us, and a tremendous design team in-house. But come and see the standard and the quality of products. We want you to sit down with us for a cup of tea, enjoy the show, and have a chat with any one of a number of people. So please, row 18, stand number 385, come and see us.